lovely YouTube fans. Today we're going to be making the Among Us characters. So, for this project, I used a cotton yarn, and I'm very sorry, but I've had the cotton yarn for a very long time. Cannot tell you what brand of yarn it is, but what I can tell you is it is 100% cotton, and it is a very not too thin, but a thin yarn. It's not really thick like acrylic. So if you want to use a cotton yarn, just make sure it's kind of thin and not too thick. But of course you can use any yarn you want. Just remember that if you don't use a thin yarn, then your Among Us character will come out a bit bigger than what I have here. If you use something that is smaller than what I suggested, then it'll come out smaller. But you do need some scissors, yarn needles or yarn needle, and you're going to need a 3.5, and that's an E crochet hook. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to get started Among Us character. But we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start on the legs first. You're going to make two of these legs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to join to make our ring. And we're going to put 6 single crochet in that ring. So 1 and 2, and then there's 3, and this is 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and join actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go ahead and join right here. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to join. We're going to chain 1. Now we're going to go into the same stitch here, because if not, then we'll kind of lose a stitch. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put 2 single crochet into each stitch. So that's 1, 2, go, and this is right here is 3 and a 4. Then there's 5 and 6, seven and 8. Then we have 9 and 10, and then right here is 11 and 12. And then we're just going to go ahead, we're going to skip this stitch here because it's the stitch we made when we joined. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to join in that small tiny stitch there. Then we're going to chain 1. Now, for round 2, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So that is 3. This is 4. This is 5 and 6. That's 7. This is 8 and 9. Then this is 10, and this is 11 and 12, and this is 13, and that's 14 and 15. Then we have 16, and our last one is 17 and 18. And again, we're going to skip that stitch and go into the next tiny little stitch to join. Join with our slip stitch, and then we chain 1. Now we're going to move on to round 3. Round 3 will be 1 single crochet, but we're going to do it in the back loops only. So just want to go around in the back loops with 1 single crochet in each stitch. You should have 18 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and skip this stitch here, and right here is where I'm going to go ahead and join. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1, and now we're just going to do for rounds 4 through 10, it is 1 single crochet in each stitch. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera, and when I get back, I'll show you what you need to do next. But remember, you need to make 1 more leg because you need 2 legs. So let me go ahead and do this, the rest of this off camera. Okay, so now that I have went ahead and I have finished my 2 little legs here, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to single crochet in the next 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 here. Okay, so now that we've counted out 9, we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then after we have chained our 4, we're going to go ahead and count out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So right here, 9, we're going to go ahead and do a single crochet in that 9. And then we're just going to go ahead and single crochet all the way around. Just 1 single crochet until we get to our chain 4 there. So we're coming up right here on the little where we finished off on our second leg. So now you can easily just stuff this in there, or you can crochet over it. I'm going to crochet over mine. But right here, we are not going to go in here because this would be where we join the slip stitch. So we're going to skip that and go into the next one. We don't want to have any extra stitches, because once we do this, we should have 44 stitches. So we're just going to go ahead and continue on until we get to that chain 4, which we are coming up on right now. Okay, there's 1 there and 1 here. Okay. Now, Now we're going to go ahead and you're going to chain. We can just stuff that in there now. Okay. So now you're going to go ahead and you're going to count out 4 and do single crochets along this. So here's 1. This is 2. And this is 3. And this is, this is 4 right there. So 4. You want to make sure we're not adding any extra stitches. There we go. And then you're just going to keep going and single crochet all the way to where you started off with 9. And that would be right here. So right here I can see where I started off. So this is where I slip stitch, and this would be the stitch I made when I slip stitch. So when continuing, you're going to skip this. We are not going to slip stitch. Now this would be round 11. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to round 12 through 30, which is 1 single crochet in each stitch, and we're not going to join at the end. So you may want to use a stitch marker, but you're going to skip this stitch because this is just a slip stitch, and you're going to go into the next stitch, and that is going to start your round 12. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish this up off camera, and then when I get back I'll show you what you need to do next. Okay, so now that I am done with rounds 12 to 30, I've also stuffed my character here, and I've stuffed it just enough to put some stuffing in it, but not too high as to where the hook would catch the stuffing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to round 31. In round 31, we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. And then we're just going to repeat that to the end. Okay, so after I pull up my little stitch marker here, now that we're done with round 31, we're going to move on to round 32. Round 32, we're going to single crochet in the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to do a decrease. And then we're just going to repeat to the end. Okay, so now that we are done with round 32, we're going to move on to round 33. Round 33, we're going to single crochet in the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to go ahead and do a decrease, and then you're just going to repeat that all the way to the end. Okay, and now that we are done with round 33, we're going to move around to 34. On round 34, we're going to put one single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do a single crochet decrease, and you're going to repeat that to the end. Okay, and now we're done with round 34. So now we're going to move on to round 35. Round 35, we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we do a single crochet decrease. And then I'm just going to repeat that to the end. Okay, so now that we're done with round 35, we're going to move on to round 36. Round 36, we're going to single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. And then we're just going to repeat. Okay. So now that we're done with round 36, we're going to move on to round 37. And round 37 is going to be our last round for our body. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. 1, and then just going to repeat. Okay, so now that we are done with the body, I have set the body to the side, and we're going to start on the backpack. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our slip knot, and we're going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And now for round 1, we're going to single crochet in each stitch. And 14. Okay, so that is our 14. Now we're going to turn our work onto the other side, crocheting over this little tail, and we're going to put 1 single crochet into each stitch on this side. You should have another 14. Okay, so now that we have our 14 on each side, we have a total of 28 stitches here. Now, we're going to move on to round 2 to 11, and it's just 1 single crochet in each stitch. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera, and then when I get back, I'll show you what we need to do next. Okay, so now that we are done with rounds 2 through 12, we're going to go ahead and move on to round 13. Round 13, we are simply going to single crochet in the next 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we're just going to do a single crochet decrease, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then it's a decrease. Okay, that's where we're going to stop. And we're going to pull out kind of a long tail. Not too long though, but kind of a long tail. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that through our loop so it doesn't unravel. And now we're going to get our yarn needle here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stuff our backpack. So I'm going to grab us some stuffing and we're just going to stuff it on down in there. There we go. That looks like that is plenty of stuffing. Okay, so now we're going to take, oh no, oh no. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so we're going to take our yarn needle. We're going to thread our yarn. And then we're just going to close up our backpack. So we're just going to go stitch for stitch, closing up our backpack here. So my backpack is looking just a tad bit flat. So I am going to just grab a little bit more stuffing before I close it, and I am just gonna stuff this on in there. There we go. And now I'm just gonna end this right here by finishing off. Before I pull that tight, I'm gonna go through that loop. Then before I go pull this next loop tight, go through that. Now before I pull the whole thing tight, I'm going to gently push down the knot that this is going to make. So I just want to push it in. Once I get it down, I can pull it tight. Then I can take my yarn needle and pull it through to the other side. There we go. That. Then I'm going to go through again. I'm going to go through straight through this corner. So I think that corner is just sticking out a little bit too much. So I'm going to go through it like that, and I'm just going to pull it in a little bit. There we go. Much better. Now we're going to cut that off, and then we're going to bring back the body here. And now you can choose what side you want to be the front and what side you want to be the back. I stuck my yarn through the side that I wanted to be the back. So I'm going to take my backpack, and I am putting my backpack along this little line here, the bottom part. I'm just going to line it up. Just right there. But first, before I do that, I should probably thread my yarn needle so I can actually sew. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna just line that up probably right in the middle. Yep, there we go. And Now I'm going to put this through here, and I'm going to come out right where the corner, and we're just going to sew the corners down. Okay, just the corners. Now I'm going to go in to the corner one more time, like that. And now I'm going to take this, push it into my backpack here, and it's going to come out the corner at the bottom here. So just like that, and then we're going to pull that out down through there. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew down the corners on this side. Then I'm going to come up in here and go through another corner. The backpack like that. Go. Then I'm going to take this and put it through here. It's going to come out of the corner on this end. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring it down and attach it to the body, just the corner though, because if you do anything else but the corner, it'll get all smushed and flattened in, and it just won't look right. There we go. Now I'm going to take this and up to our very last corner. There we go. This is our last little bitty corner. So I'm just gonna, that will be right about here. Pull it in, pull it down, and then I'm gonna go back in. Actually, I should probably go like this and go through. There we go. And before I pull that, I just go through the loop. Before I pull that loop, I'll go through this loop. And then again, I will push all of this down, pull slowly, but keep pushing so that the knot is right at the corner. And there we go. Now I can just take this, put it in and out in the middle like that. And then there we go. Now we have our beautiful backpack. See? And now it sticks out and it's not flattened to the body. So there's our backpack, and there's only one more thing for us to do, and that would be the little space window from the spacesuit. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that to the side. And now our space window is a very light blue. So I have picked the lightest blue that I have. And we're going to go ahead and start that. So here we're going to chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and now we're going to kind of do the same way we started the backpack. So we're going to single crochet in the next 7.